Good day, Shayla. Am I saying that right? I had to look back at your name because I was like, Shayla. But you're in the United States. The other reading I was looking at was from somebody who was British, so it wouldn't be Shayla. But even then, that's like Australian, right? Whatever. Hi, welcome to Chad's reading. So, immediately, when I want to go tap into this, I usually pick out a frequency. And for this session, I got the 888 frequency. This is the abundance frequency. But in this case, it says particularly the ability to open doors of abundance and riches. And usually the 888 is just abundance. Prosperity, wealth, eliminates blocks. So that's going to be the basis for his gifts. I'm going to do this a little bit different because when it's for my witchy girls, my spiritual girls, however you prefer to be called, right? I usually do it in a way where you understand like Venus and ninth and all that sort of stuff that comes through. But in this case, I am going to do it in a way that I get to see how his gifts pull down or form down or are meant to come down into the 3D in a personified way. So if he's really good at making money, maybe he's meant to be in stocks or trading or something. That's what I'm going to find out, as opposed to me saying, you have the ability to move time and space with your mind. And then he's like, the fuck is this? We don't want that. We want Chad to understand this also. So hi, Chad. I'm just referring to your partner at this time, since she's the one who booked it on your behalf, so you would get some tea. So let's get started with, I feel like the money manifestation is where I should go before I get into the trades. And to be cute, because it's a guy's reading, I pulled out my Marvel deck, because I'm going to be like, hey, if he was a superhero, what gifts would he most have, like from the Marvel universe? That feels appropriate. If he hates Marvel, my bad. Maybe he's more of a DC guy, but DC's kind of dark. We don't want to get into that in this type of reading. Don't want those gifts here. So what spiritual gifts does Chad have? I guess that's the best question. What spiritual gifts does Chad have? It's like an eye for strategy, I just felt. An eye for strategy. Ooh, this is deep. It came up with what the blocks are to his gift. So, Chad, my dear, you have the ability to influence the masses. But you also have the gifts of an author. Either way, whether you use it as an influencer or author, your words have power is what I feel like. When you get really passionate about something, not only do you get fired up, but you can get other people fired up about stuff. So it's like, where do you want to point that power in order for it to bring you in some money, right? Because impatience is the block. It says, it takes time to build an empire. Your desire for instant results can hinder your ability to make a good decision because your main goal is financial freedom. You want your crown. You want to have passive income that like comes when you're not even actually doing something. Like imagine you writing something one time and it just keeps building residuals. You want residuals so you don't have to work so hard all the time. But also you're like, where do I put my energy in order to make this happen? That's the block, right? So when you are financially free, your lack of money no longer defines the limitations of your life. That financial freedom comes through this influencer author money. And I'm going to read them both to you just in case it triggers something in your mind. But I feel like I need to move on to the other cards because this energy needs to find a way to ground itself. You have the power of words. You have the power of your mind. And that leads you to your financial abundance. People listen to you and that is a gift. So do I want to say the gift of like influence, right? But you know how to fix stuff is what I'm getting. When somebody comes to you with a problem, you can be like, hey, you do this. It's just a little bit harder for you to use it for yourself. I'm also sensing so. For the influencer one, you have just the right combination of qualities to connect with an audience, inspire change, and create a positive impact. And then the next one for author, your words will have a great impact. That's 2 impacts on those who read them. Could you be a motivational coach? You would be a great motivational coach. I don't know if that's up your alley, but let's see. So this is my archetype deck. This lets me know the personified traits that you were carrying in order to Extend the energy that you have internally to others. It seems like thus far you've been using it casually. Like if you had some coworkers that needed advice or people in your family that you loved, you'd be really good with helping them. Bringing this into the job force is what will make the big difference in your finances. And it's so funny because this is a spiritual gift reading. So I'm like, guys, this is a spiritual gift, but you use your ability to hear messages and advice for other people in a way that's very grounded in reality. You just didn't even know you were doing it. You hear things from above or outside of yourself that come through as your own thoughts. So, what spiritual gifts is Chad meant to be using to lock into his abundance? Because it's like once you get your money, you'll be doing good things with it. Your gift is to make money or draw money to yourself. Very much a Midas energy I'm getting. So I said influencer, right? And look what came up. Mentor. You give good advice. And I don't think that thing I said in the beginning about trading was a coincidence. You might give good money advice. Like if you took to learning the stock market, learning trading and all that stuff, then you would be one of those people who gave stock market advice. But pretty much whatever you decide to put your mind to, your wisdom, you carry wisdom. So gambler came up. That's another thing that makes me feel like stock market, because day trading and stuff. But you jump out there on a good idea. You know instinctively when to make a move. This is my character oracle, by the way. This is just a way to specify. In which fields would this gift best play out? In which fields would this gift best play out for Chad? That's so funny. Don't be a criminal. This first one was like, he'd be great at crime. Well, look, the person's in jail. That is not a person that's great at crime if they ended up in jail, right? But discipline, a parolee, a transgressor of justice. Transgressor. So that's probably with that gambler thing. Like, don't take people, don't Wolf of Wall Street this one, okay? Let that be a sign. But you make things better based upon what you research, what you learn. Your mind is like a Rubik's Cube. That's what I'm getting. Like it moves around. Once new information is introduced, you sort of assimilate that into yourself and use it to further. Mentor, or the other card that was at the bottom of my thing, advocate. I find it very interesting that lawyer or architect also popped up. Lawyer says, keeper of justice, the opposite of criminals. But hold on, is this saying that you can help criminals? Like you could be a lawyer, you could be a defense attorney? Law, cases, defense, advisor. So that advice thing keeps coming up here. Like your advice is bigger than you. Your advice is the plug. Because it's something that's just coming through your crown, just naturally. You don't even realize, like, hey, this is some good advice. I must be super smart, but it's your gift. It's the gift that you're actually meant to give away to other people. So now I need to give you some like tips on how this comes through. Like, do you get tingling in the crown, Chad? Do you feel it like, ooh, I'm onto something here? It feels more like you're just a chill guy. Like you just say it like, I guess. I might try that. And then it turns out and you're like, cool. But that's not the way you need to take this if you're going to have it as your job to be abundant and help other people find their abundance. Work through their money stuff. Work through their criminal stuff. Even could be the case. So, let's see. I'm going to go with my energy deck on this one. How can Chad strengthen his connection to his gifts? In this moment, I started pitching the devil's advocate, but the Keanu Reeves the character, you know how they say he never lost a case, and they don't know how he never lost a case? But in your case, you going by your gut. You looking back at all the times you were right that you didn't know you were right, but being able to feel it in your gut. Faith in yourself and your innate tingles is what leads you in the right direction. Well, that's handy, huh? You don't even have to do all the stuff that I've been telling most people to do. Guys have it so much easier. Like, just trust yourself. With girls, I gotta say, sit in the meditative position. Breathe in deep 3 times. Resync your energy. Yours is just like, hey, my gut says do this, and then your gift is just you being right. So, what character has gifts most similar to Chad? What character has gifts most similar to Chad? And I'm going to actually read from my book here. It's the Two of Cups, and this has something to do with your partnership, right? Like your partner helps balance you out. You reflect ideas with your partner, through your partner, understood by your partner. So, Wiccan and Hawking, instead of giving me a character, it just gave me some gifts. So, the Two of Cups is one of the most auspicious cards for relationships. And Wiccan and Hawking, oh, those are people? Embody the essence of this card. Whether the relationship is romantic, professional, or platonic, the supercharged positivity of this card brings harmony to life. Infinite possibilities await within this relationship with unity, equality, mutual respect, and balance at its core. And the Sun is like the energy of having it all. Like you embodied it. You make things grow. But it looks like your partner powers you up based on that first one. I didn't know that was a duo of people. It didn't look like a duo. Look, let me show you. But it's people holding hands. And it's giving me the Superpower Beyonce song. If you don't know that song, definitely probably want to look it up for what I just said. Or you're like, what the fuck was that? So, and now I got to listen to that song after I'm done this. Because it's a really good song. So, Ms. Marvel. Good is not a thing you are, it's a thing you do. If the Sun and Ms. Marvel bounded into your reading today, rejoice. It's the dawn breaking following a long period of darkness. Some say the Sun is the most powerful card within the deck. The power of positivity is contagious, pass it on. That popped up twice, just saying your positivity, the light that you share. Embiggen, that's a strong word, huh? Your life, your sense of self, there are no limits. Life burns as bright as the sun. You hold a new zest for your life with unbridled joy and positivity. Childlike optimism bursts in your chest, rays of hope emanating from your core. Jump right into happiness of your own life with both feet. Even though you may not be able to shift your shape and body, you can shape and craft, it should have said shaped and craft, the life you desire. Success and over-the-top exuberance are on the horizon. Like Miss Marvel, idealistic outlook. I tore that all up, Chad. So, like Miss Marvel's idealistic outlook to make the world a better place, so can you. Influencer, people listen to your words. However you choose to use this gift, at your discretion. Don't use it for crime. Don't go the Harvey Dent way and be two-faced. Stay true to your morals. I think your partner keeps you focused there, because there will come a time when you have your crown and money is just falling in your lap because you opened your gift to share with other people. But you got it, man. You got it. Bottom line, all you do is share your light with other people, share your words, and you find the way that you want to do it the most, and watch how right you are. Build up a rapport with yourself with the accuracy, so that you don't just take your own advice as, you know what I mean? I want you to take yourself seriously, because it can turn into you writing something out. You might even write Facebook posts or something that are inspiring to people. It's whatever you put your mind to, or whatever you are daydreaming about that you sort of shake off. That is the key to unlocking the rest of your gifts in the way that they're meant to be used going forward. So thank you for your patience, and I hope you enjoy.